When we come back, we'll do the news. Gilbert Gottfried, the famous comedian, who now is the star of... Parrot and star of Hollywood Squares. Well, he behaves on Hollywood Squares.
He's so nice.
Yeah. You want to bring Gilbert in now? Even though we got to take a break, let him introduce himself? Okay. All right, go ahead.
He's so nice on that show. He's trying to be a part of the group.
So he's probably got saved up. Gilbert's a parrot on some cartoon. But he's also on Hollywood Squares, and he's like...
He even dresses nicer. Look at
Yeah, now he's dressing like a Hollywood Square. I think he has a fashion consultant.
New haircut.
A new hairstyle.
Oh, it's all different.
And you know what? We give Gilbert, we don't have any food here and stuff. We give him water because it's free.
Yeah.
He has two bottles.
Bottles of water.
Yeah, 3 bottles. Anything that's free.
I'm turning the bottles in for the 5-cent deposit after.
Gilbert comes in like a camel, drinks for and then I'm looking for 2 months until he comes back.
I don't drink anymore.
He's like, give me water.
Yeah.
You're on Hollywood Squares how often now? I see you on all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is going on? They must love you.
You must be very popular.
I guess I'm the new Paul Lynde.
Yeah, I mean, you're really becoming a... Are you now a regular?
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Oh, you're an animal. And were you also like me? I used to think he was straight, but he just acted crazy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
As a child, I just thought he was a wacky guy.
But don't go by me. I thought Liberace was straight.
Yeah.
I really believed.
No.
I would.
No.
I did.
Now I knew there was something going on.
No, I was a kid, and he'd come out in a gown and jewels and a cape, and I'd go to my mom. And Mike Douglas, I used to watch the Mike Douglas show all the time. And Mike Douglas would say, Lee called him. Yeah. Lee, you're such a great guy. You're such a great catch. When will you... And I don't think Mike Douglas realized.
The biggest mystery to me was how you got Lee out of Liberace.
Yeah, but Lee, when are you going to get married? You have so much to give a woman. Well, Mike, I have not, with my touring schedule. The guy's 50 years old. He's an old queen. He's
and his eyes are pulled up to his forehead.
Yeah, and I'm like an idiot.
I get so many women out on the road. It's hard to settle
lovely.
down.
Yeah, till you meet the right one.
But I want to try all of them.
He's a womanizer. Do you think Ricky Martin is waiting for the right woman?
Are you dancing the Vida Loca? You are. Now, does your sister dance the Vida Loca? What's her name?
Mike.
Yeah.
I'm on the road 365 days a year, and you meet so many great ladies. But it's hard to meet the right one.
Why, with all those women, I can't keep it in my pants.
My sequins are all stained. It's unbelievable.
I get so much klooky.
What about just white women or black?
Doesn't matter. I'll bang the colored ones also. Sometimes those colored chambermaids come in.
Is that right?
Those big, fat, colored chambermaids. They're the ones that turn me on. Those real Aunt Jemima-looking ones. Those big, fat, 300-pound Aunt Jemimas. They'll come in with their big black butts. That's what turns me on. And their big droopy breasts. That's what I like.
Lee.
I like when they don't have any teeth either. Those 90-year-old, 300-pound black chambermaids.
That's why you can't get married.
Those colored chambermaids. When they come in, they're the ones that turn me on.
So, Lee, you'll never get married, or you're gonna get married one day?
Yeah, when the right kloogie comes along.
Hey. What about that guy you hang around with, Boober? That looks very odd.
Oh, he's just my accountant.
Boober.
Yes. He's my accountant. He likes to dress in tight clothes just because it helps him move around quicker while he's doing my books. But you just give me those 500-pound colored chambermaids. That's what I want, Mike.
All right, so Gilbert is here.
Della Reese is my idea of a woman.
Right. So you're the new Paul Lynde on Hollywood Squares.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what he's here to say.
I once heard, I think David Brenner said it, that I'm not sure where it was that Paul Lynde, not only being an old queen and an alcoholic, Well, he's dead. He can't swim. Yes, that he was also, like, viciously anti-Semitic.
Oh, my.
And he would get drunk during lunch hour, and he'd go, "Oh, those miserable Jews. You know the reason I don't have a career now? Stinking Jews in Hollywood. Those money-hungry Jews. They don't care about quality."
So he was an old queen who was...
Just what did he think he could do with Hollywood?
An anti-Semitic old queen.
Oh,
you know, all the drunken homos blame the
which
Jews.
rules did he miss? When did they pass him over?
I could have been in Gone with the Wind. Those no-good kikes held me back.
Sounds like Jackie.
The kikes. Those stinking kikes. Those Those blood-sucking Jews. They're why I can't sell my tape.
You know, your comedy is so full of anger. Have you ever been in psychotherapy? Have you ever indulged?
That costs money.
Oh, that's right. What if we get you free psychotherapy? Would you go? You would.
Do that.
And you've changed your hairstyle. It is now like Mo from Three Stooges.
Sort of a Caesar.
Is someone advising you on your look? Because you look fabulous.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, you know, you're like Julius Gottfried.
Yeah.
Are you straightening your hair? Because it used to be much curlier.
Well, no. Now that it's shorter.
It just lays flat that. Paste it to your head.
This is really like an interview at Entertainment Tonight.
Is that a free haircut?
Yeah. Yes, it was.
Right. You look like a George Clooney.
Yes.
With that hair.
It's sort of like he said it was a free haircut, so he just had him cut it down because then he won't need a haircut for a while.
But it must be nice when you run and work out in the gym.
Oh, of course.
It's easy to maintain.
When I bench press.
Right.
Yeah, I don't get my hair
He's
sweaty.
a swimmer now. That's
You know, you're starting to look like Joe Piscopo.
Oh, God.
very buff.
Very buff. You're very dangerously too close to Joe Piscopo.
Wait, you know, Howard, I'm just a regular Jersey kind of guy, you know?
Yeah, good. You're not kidding. You haven't left the house in years. So, all right, when we come back, I want to ask you about Hollywood Squares. I want to ask what goes on behind the scenes.
How did you become a regular?
Yeah, this is a fascinating story. A fascinating Hollywood success
the
story.
Real story behind it.
Way to go, 40 years in the business, and now you're Hollywood Squares.
Get the shot.
Congratulations on all your success. All right, Gilbert's here, and then Gilbert will sit with us for the news. He loves to comment on world events.
Yes.
And he's
thought about it a long time.
Yeah.
He's got a lot to say.
In fact, this will be the first time he heard about Kosovo.
I know.
We'll be back right after these words.
Let's take a peek at the other side as Howard channels King Elvis.
I love Cajun food.
Well, what was your favorite kind of food?
I like all my food blackened. The same way that bitch Priscilla like her men. She don't take off with a Negro karate instructor.
You know, I heard he wasn't a Negro, Elvis.
Well, he looks like a Negro to me. And I'm as dumb as the lump of the flesh on the back of my mama's neck. So I think he was Negro, so he's Negro.
Okay.
And don't kill the bit. You know, talking about that lump on the back of my mama's neck. My mama, her name was Gladys, you know.
Yeah.
And I used to stroke the lumpy flesh on the back of my mama's neck.
Oh.
You know, I once drew a happy face on her lumpy boil.
No.
Yeah, a little happy face, and I would rub it. I'm telling you.
Well, you see your mother up there now. You're reunited with her.
Her name Gladys, my mama.
Yes. And your dad was Vernon.
Yeah, but we had a nickname for my mama.
What was that?
We called her Pig.
No.
Easy to see why he was hero to zillions. Now, let's all hail the new king, Howard Stern. K-Rock. Kennedy, 2-3.
K-Rock.
The Howard Stern Show.
Hi, Mark Harris here. You know, the husband of the late Martha Ray. I just want you all to know that I support Casey Armstrong in his quest to grow a stylish beard. Of course, stylish. I love style. You go, Casey. Don't listen to these negative people on the Howard Stern Show.
Right,
Go. Your facial hairs is yours. Do what you want. To be grown in any way that you want, including whatever you desire.
Get rid of this.
Gay about your beard, Casey.
All right, can we get rid of that one?
By the way, Casey.
Shave.
A ball lift. Actually, you were young when I was your age.
Absolutely devoid of talent.
And now, here's the only guy I didn't sleep with, Howard Stern.
Cut that one down to just say, and now here's the only guy I never slept with, Howard Stern. Cut out everything about Casey's beard. Because that guy's a talent vacuum. Gilbert Gottfried is here. He must be promoting something. Oh, see Gilbert Gottfried tomorrow night at Caroline's Comedy Club.
Boy, give us some advance notice.
Is that the only one that you work at Caroline's? I never see you working anywhere else. You like that?
As far as New York, yeah.
Right. That's your place.
You work at Giggles and Chuckles other place.
Yeah. No, I've done those. Yeah.
He'll do whatever.
He's.
Has your price gone up, sir? Has your attendance gone up at these concerts since you started doing Hollywood Squares? No.
I guess.
Really?
I don't know. I get recognized
Gilbert
more from Hollywood
goes on stage with his eyes closed, so he doesn't know.
Yeah.
Well, that is unusual.
I get more kikes in. Stinking miserable kikes. Hitler had the right idea. Should have wiped them all out.
You know, maybe I ought to set up that premise again. People might just be tuning in.
Oh, yes. That Paul Lynde was anti-Semitic.
Well, yes, Gilbert was saying that he had heard that Paul Lynde, in addition to being homosexual and an alcoholic,
yes,
that he perhaps was very anti-Semitic. That's right.
No good stinking Jews.
For tickets, call 212-757-4100. Be funny to hear a drunken old queen mouth off about the Jews. And it's so ironic because here's a gay man who was probably the victim of discrimination, and yet he would discriminate against the Jews, right?
None of those Jewish fags would have sex with me.
You couldn't get in with the Velvet Mafia, huh? So, Gilbert, tell me a little something before we start the news real quick here, because, you know, people can't take too much of you.
Gilbert in small children. Is that what people are saying?
Will you ever do an anti-Semitic parrot on your cartoon show?
Oh, yes.
You will?
Yeah. A big hook beak.
Gilbert, so when did you get the call for Hollywood Squares first? Because it seems to me that you did it once and you were such a big hit now.
Did you call them or did they call
you? Did you beg them?
I think they called me.
They called you.
Yeah.
That's unusual.
Yeah, I know.
And who calls you? Whoopi Goldberg or someone else?
Whoever the producers are.
And I guess Whoopi Goldberg, that is her show.
Yes.
Yeah, she's in charge. So she must have been the one who thinks you're funny and wants you on and on and on and on again a million times, right?
I hope so.
Right.
Or do they run the names by her and she just didn't object to you?
Yeah, yeah, like the one that's the least object.
And I know you do an offensive kingfish type of voice. Do you ever...
Do it on the...
Yeah.
Well, hello there.
Hello there. Whoop, you
Did you do that on Hollywood Square?
Yeah, I just found myself a Geico counter.
Or does he have limits?
We's gonna be rich.
Did Whoopi say to you, don't do that voice? It's offensive to me?
No, it's never come up.
You haven't used that impression yet.
Yeah.
You played a little safer on there. You have to know your audience as a comedian, and you know that that's more of a mainstream type television show, so you avoid black and Jewish humor.
After his last foray into nationwide television, I guess he learned his lesson.
Yeah. He screwed up at the Emmys.
Oh, with the masturbation.
Yeah, the masturbation material.
Yes.
So now what happens? You tape all 5 shows for the week in one day. Is that correct?
Yes.
And from what I understand... And from what I understand, he's been on... How many... I mean, you've done...
A bunch. I don't know.
You're on all the time.
Yeah.
And you and the teenage witch seem to be...
Hitting it off?
Who is the woman that's on all the time?
Oh,
the witch?
Caroline Ray.
Yeah. Is she funny?
Yeah, well, she's the aunt of the teenage witch.
Right. And you and her seem to be regulars. Whoopi is obviously a regular.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Who were you on with last? The Baldwin brothers?
Oh, the Baldwin brothers?
Seems that they're always on with the Baldwin brothers, Gilbert is.
So when is the last time you did the Hollywood Squares?
A few weeks ago.
And who was on with you? Anybody? Is it fun meeting the famous people? I know you're a fan. Do you get their autograph?
The last time was this classic TV week.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And how did you fit into that? I don't understand.
I know.
You're not on any classic television.
Yeah, I was getting kind of scared of doing that one. And they said, no, you're one of the regulars.
Right, and when I did the Hollywood Squares, I did it a long time ago before this incarnation. And I went on the Hollywood Squares, and they would give you the answers.
Oh, yeah.
They'd give you funny answers.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'm revealing anything they don't want you to know. Or maybe they don't want you to know.
It's not like a big quiz show scandal.
Yeah, no, I think they do give you the real answers.
Give you the real answer?
But they give you a fake answer, a bluff.
They give you a fake answer. If you wanted the real answer, you could find it out easy.
And do you enjoy using the jokes that these writers give you to say? Or you ignore them pretty much?
Yeah, sometimes I ignore it. Sometimes I do. Depends if I have any energy that day.
Right, I see.
Sometimes I don't even know what the joke is, and I'll read it off the page.
Right. And
Do you run out of energy after, like, game 3 or something, and then you start using theirs?
You don't really care.
Where, after a while, if it sounds like a joke.
Right, and Whoopi Goldberg loves to talk and hear herself talk in her square. And loves to go on and on and on.
Do you get what she's saying? Because you laugh.
Yeah, well, he has to. This is a good gig, because do they pay you more than the other people because you've now become a regular?
I don't know how much they're getting.
But do you have a special contract with Hollywood Squares, or do you
Like you had the guest contract, and then did you get a better one?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're kind of hired to be a regular. Yeah. So you can't even badmouth Whoopi anymore.
Yeah.
Look how scared he is of Whoopi.
If I do, I'll be back on USA. Yeah.
I know. And sometimes you're in the square directly below Whoopi. Does she ever fart on you? Or pass wind? No.
I like when they have those guests who are afraid to say the joke altogether.
Yeah, right. I like when the guests because Whoopi has a weird move.
Yeah.
The guy will ask a question. Whoopi, when people say that they're verklempt, what does that mean? And then Whoopi will go, honey, I don't want to hear the answer to this. Because they really don't even have an answer, right?
Yeah. Well, sometimes they'll get these people that are afraid to say the joke, so they'll go, and who was the first president of the United States? And they'll go, Ronald McDonald. No, that's just a joke.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Nobody
like you don't know.
Yeah.
Like they're afraid they might appear stupid.
Right.
Yeah.
But Whoopi will do things like he'll say, Whoopi, who was the silent mariner? I don't know who he was, but he's at my house.
Yeah. He's there throwing up.
And everybody goes, ooh.
Ooh, sexually crazy.
Charged.
Wow. So who's harder to be around, Rhonda Shearer or Whoopi? You work with some weird people.
Sounds like a tie.
Yeah. It's an evil laugh. And what happens, I know that when I was there, they take a break between shows, and then you go into a green room and eat lunch, for example.
Oh, yeah.
And all the celebrities, all the squares will go and eat lunch together.
There's a big cafeteria.
That's where Paul Lynde would do his anti-social.
And what do you do? Do you
I sit there, get drunk, and go, stinking kites. They're the reason I can't get movies.
So do you sit and talk to the other celebrities?
Oh, sometimes.
You do?
Yeah, depending on who they are.
Do you sit with Whoopi? Who do you sit? Whose table do you sit
Sometimes
at?
I'll sit with Whoopi, sometimes whoever.
And
the Baldwin brothers?
Maybe Whoopi will give you show business advice or
You sit with Coolio?
Oh, yeah. Coolio hang. Yeah, hey, Coolio.
I'm going to kill you.
I'll kill that white boy.
I hate you. You ain't funny.
Yeah, no good white boy.
So that's exciting for you. And the lunch is free?
Oh, yes.
Right. Okay.
Oh, and last time I was on the show, there was some woman who crashed her car saying that she was listening to the Stern Show when I was doing Dracula.
Right.
Interviewing O.J., asking black people if they thought O.J. was guilty.
Right, so, of course, they didn't put that on the show, did they?
No, they didn't.
They didn't.
No.
They cut that out.
Yeah.
Right. That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. Somebody had something nice to say about us.
Right, so we had to hit the floor. Hit the editor's floor.
O.J. Dracula? What's that?
Holy mackerel.
Let's stick to the sexual double entendre.
He's at my house.
And did you hear that Steven Spielberg adopted a black child? Did you know that?
I think Gilbert is getting politically correct.
Hey, son. Yes. Yes. All right, let's do some news. Gilbert Gottfried's here. Go see him at Caroline's. Sometimes he's very funny. We're taking call. More often than not, he'll be funny.
Yes.
You catch him on a good night.
Yeah.
212-757-4100. Do you find that women now are more attracted to you because you're on Hollywood Squares? That's a big show.
Oh, yeah.
Do they recognize you more?
Oh, yes.
He has a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah. You still with that girlfriend, or are you mad? Didn't she call in the last time?
Did you get rid of her because you called in?
Did you break up with her?
Oh, no. It's helped the relationship a lot. Yeah.
I know you don't like that. And, all right, let's take one call for Gilbert and then start the news. That's only fair. Yes, Liz, you're on the air.
Hi, Howard.
Yes.
Hi, Gilbert.
Hello.
You suck, okay?
Okay.
Well,
she's right.
What?
She's right.
Oh, that's no, Gilbert. You know, Gilbert.
You don't have any other comedy spots except for one.
No, Gilbert. You looked very hurt when the woman said.
Yes.
I saw the look of pain in your face.
My eyes are watering.
You're just
24-year-old woman, and women are not attracted to him because he's on the Hollywood squares.
No, Gilbert does get women, and I hate to break your burst your bubble, but he does.
That boy?
He gets a lot of women.
Does he?
I mean, but aside from his on-air persona, this guy, women want him because he's wealthy. He doesn't spend any money.
For money, yeah. Put a bag over his head and he's good for the night, but...
Look, and obviously he must be a great lover. These women do fall in love with him.
And the last time I was on the show, that one girl thought I had a gigantic penis.
Right.
Yeah.
Then she thought wrong.
Well, have you slept with Gilbert?
No, don't even have plans to.
You don't even know anything about it.
How do you know he's not the world's greatest lover?
No, a lot of the comedians are very sensitive.
I know. I've experienced myself.
You're never going to get married, are you? Are you ever going to get married?
Oh, yeah, I really think of settling down, having kids.
And having kids.
I think that's the most important thing.
No, you know that you're going to be alone the rest of your life, right? And you have no problem with that?
No.
I have a scenario for you. Suppose Gilbert actually, now he's got this gig on Hollywood Squares.
Right.
And then some producer suddenly sees something, and they put Gilbert in one of these TV sitcoms.
He'll screw it up.
And he
of course.
No, there's no screw-ups this time. He becomes a major, angry, mean old star.
Right. Like Paul Lynde.
Yes.
Miss Triple Kikes.
And then...
Kill them all.
You know, he's like very well...
Round them up and kill them. Those stinking Jews. They're all parasites.
He's got to keep himself apart from everybody. So finally he has to get some beautiful, stunning woman to come live with him and marry him. And she wants to have children.
No, I don't think it'll happen.
Gilbert has a family.
No, Gilbert is a bachelor.
Never will happen.
Right. All right, let's forget about Gilbert for a minute and get ourselves this Gilbert's sad life. Doomed to be alone the rest of his life. Now, you were very burdened as a young child, and I know that this is a nice lifestyle for you to be free
to be alone.
of responsibility.
Yes.
And do you seriously? It's summertime now. I see you do have a little color in your face.
Yes.
Like Memorial Day weekend, what do you do? Did you go out somewhere? Did you go to Long Island and the beach?
Stay on the roof.
Did you stay in Manhattan?
Yeah.
And what do? You just sit in your apartment?
Pretty much.
Is that true?
Sometimes I go outside.
Where do you go? Do you eat a restaurant?
Do you go to restaurants?
No.
No.
He
watches
the beach on TV.
You still order?
Yeah.
You watch the beach on TV?
He goes to the MTV dance party.
Then I splash water on myself.
But what do you do? Did you have friends did you go to the shore or anything?
No, I didn't go to the shore. Didn't do a thing.
Are you with your girlfriend?
Yeah. Didn't do anything.
You just hung out?
Yeah.
Had sex?
Yeah.
He comes over
just
and hangs out with you.
She gets to be in your apartment with you. How great is that?
What are those conversations like? What do we do tonight, Gilbert?
Yeah. Do you drink at
Why
all?
don't you just come over here?
Oh, no.
No, not for the whole weekend?
Can you imagine how pathetic I'd be if I drank?
Yeah. Do you smoke pot? Do you ever do weed?
No, not for
weed.
years.
No.
You used to do pot.
Years ago, when I was like a teenager.
Right. That was a lot of years ago.
Yeah, or like also
years ago.
20s too.
Right.
Yeah.
You did smoke some weed.
Yeah, and then I'd start getting incredibly happy, wonder why I was happy, and then get all depressed.
Well, it sounds perfectly normal. You know, you sound like Larry from the Three Stooges. He had the same problem. Yeah. All right, let's...
I'm freaking out. Mo, I'm seeing things again. I think I got things crawling on me.
Do you think ecstasy would be good for
It's Curly's hand on your ass.
Yeah.
What?
Do you think ecstasy would be good for Gilbert?
No, I don't think anything's good for Gilbert.
Good.
I don't
people drug.
I don't know. Nothing's good for Gilbert. Gilbert's unhappy. That's all right. So am I.
I think he beat you in the unhappiness.
Yeah, I actually have a lot more happiness than Gilbert.
You're a laugh riot.
Right. I'm a party animal. Let's do some news, Robin. I know Gilbert's anxious to understand what's going on.
Well, Gilbert.
You chocolate beauty. You really like my views. And I get a big boner whenever you do the news. I get a run from your news. I don't say stuff from your news.
Boy, you're good.
Yes, I am.
Wow.
This is the song Ringo turned down.
Do you ever go to concerts? Do you like any kind of music that's going on today?
Not really, no.
Nothing.
No.
No. Never
Doesn't
listen?
have a
She's hot, right?
Yeah.
She's 17.
Yeah.
You would go out with her.
Yeah. Anyone who plays that schoolgirl thing is fine with me.
Right.
Music lover.
You have a stereo. I mean, does he listen to music or is it all TV stuff?
He's a big Def Leppard fan.
I see.
Although, just recently, as far as those masturbation stories that came back to me.
Yeah.
Years ago, I always used to stay up late to watch horror films.
Right.
And
because you can actually quote.
He loves her.
If I asked you right now to do the entire Dracula movie for us, you could do it, couldn't you?
I am Dracula. I bid you welcome. Listen to them, children of the night. What music they make. A spider spinning his web for an unwary prey. The blood is the life, Mr. Enfield. I never drink wine.
That's amazing. That is amazing.
To die.
He used to stay up late.
To be really dead must be glorious. There are far worse things awaiting man than death. For a man who has not yet lived even a single lifetime, you are a wise man, Van Helsing.
That's funny. Would you ever consider, if I got the financing together to play Dracula on Broadway? Would you do it?
Could he keep a straight face for the whole
Could you
time?
do it just like that?
Why not?
You could.
Yeah.
You would be willing to discuss that with us.
See, now you are going to make him a big star.
I am.
Yeah.
I would go see that play every night.
Dracula on Hollywood Square.
No, forget Hollywood Squares. I'm talking about with beautiful women, a whole play, a Broadway play built around you as Dracula.
Yeah, they did it before. Do it again.
I will use your brain, Gilbert.
You can even do the Abbott and Costello.
Yes.
Abbott and Costello. Albert and Costello. Abbott and Costello.
You say you saw the candle move? Look at this. Dracula rises from his coffin every night to drink the blood of the living. Now, you believe this stuff?
You never talk.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. He was going somewhere, but I forget where the conversation was going.
You gotta help me. Tonight I will turn into a wolf when the moon is full. You and a million other guys.
Oh, come on. Don't interrupt. This was jamming for our Broadway show.
Another 50-hour show.
Went
Bring
to
him in earlier.
News. I have no news.
have no news.
Billy.
I have nothing. No news. No current events.
Billy Barty.
No papers.
Remember him from The Wizard of Oz, Billy Barty?
You know, I did that voice on a Superman cartoon.
What?
Wait, which one?
I did that Mrs. Picklake on
Yeah.
Two Superman, so they had me as the leader of his planet.
Yes.
So they asked me to do the Dracula voice.
No kidding.
As the leader.
Wonderful.
Well, that's good news.
Yes.
Yeah. Why don't you keep that story to yourself?
Yeah, okay.
All right,
Billy Barty.
Oh, so I was staying up late. I used to stay up late and
no.
watch horror films.
Yes.
So I caught the end of one news show that had some girl riding a killer whale.
Right.
And the killer whale attacked her, and when they pulled her out of the water, she didn't have her bathing suit on.
That's cool.
I remember I missed the whole beginning of Phantom of the Opera.
Right.
Because they had to run back into bed and take care of that.
Really? Is that your
There's
first
the girl
masturbation
coming
experience?
out of the water.
Yeah. And they were talking about, oh, she's like losing blood. She could possibly lose her leg. And I just saw her ass.
Right, and that was enough.
But they just recently showed that
Yeah.
on When Good Pets Go Bad on
Really?
Fox.
See, that's why women don't... women
So
don't...
I'm just saying, if Fox is there, send me that clip without the pixelation.
It's so weird what men fantasize about because, you see, women don't understand. Women need, like, when women pleasure themselves, they think about a guy and how he talks and what he talks about.
Romantic.
It's romantic. A guy, like, I could just look at a woman's ass for 3 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
And finish off.
Even if she's almost dead.
And
Yeah,
here,
I could look at a dead body and finish.
they dragged her out. Her leg was ripped open and bleeding.
But you saw,
her ass.
Yeah. That's pornography.
Yeah. And I've been looking for that clip for years now. And when they pixelated it.
Really? Oh, that's not right.
Oh, it was...
So, So if Fox is listening, send me that clip, non-pixelated.
I can get that for you.
Yeah?
Anyway, I'll say it one more time. Billy Barty, the veteran...
I want Fox to send me that clip, and I want to see the ass.
All right,
They
come on.
showed the ass back
Let's
then.
do a little news.
Okay, I'm sorry.
was hurt on Friday.
On Good Pets Go Bad.
Billy...
Will you let me talk?
And that's a larger penis.
He was hurt in a scooter accident.
Well, that's like a motorcycle to him.
While performing at California's Garden Grove Strawberry Festival.
Wow.
The 74-year-old Barty apparently crashed on an outdoor stage, sending him head first onto concrete stairs.
Wow.
The festival director said he fractured his eye socket. Will you stop it, Gilbert?
He drove off the ping pong table.
This is a 74-year-old man.
You know, he's the president of the Little People's Association.
No.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Hey, get out of my way. Oh! We want to welcome you to the life.
Oh, my goodness.
Right.
So let's hope he gets back.
What is it, Camille?
Gilbert's the funniest guest you have. I crack up from the minute he gets in to the minute he leaves.
Oh, he's
second funny.
Don't encourage him.
Yeah.
Oh, I love him. Anybody that doesn't like him, there's something wrong with him. He's so funny.
Of course he's funny. I wouldn't have him on if he wasn't funny.
The Dracula bit is the one that gets me no matter every time.
Yeah, Dracula's the best.
Oh, God.
That's, I'm telling you, I'm putting him on Broadway. I'm not kidding about it. I want to talk to you about that.
I love him. He has the greatest sense of humor.
Thank you. You know what's great about Gilbert when you do business with him? You don't have to negotiate with his agent because he won't pay an agent. You take advantage of him.
Well, does he do his own negotiation, or does
Sure.
he say yes to whatever you offer?
Yeah, whatever. Free anything. He'll take it.
The worst is naming a price, and they go, okay. Yeah, okay.
Okay,
yeah.
You want me to work?
Yeah.
Okay. You want me to be a parrot?
When they take your first offer?
I'll do it for free.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Billy Barty's injured. That's a sad story.
Yeah, that's really is sad.
Yeah.
You know, all kidding aside.
You know, there's
It's very sad.
they already tested the reading skills of New York fourth graders, and of course, practically everybody failed. And now they have to take a math test.
Uh-oh. That could be trouble.
So this is, I guess, eighth graders are taking the math test. Here's an eighth grade question.
All right, go ahead.
A construction worker normally mixes 1 gallon of cement powder to 2 gallons of water.
1 gallon of cement, what?
1 gallon of cement powder to 2 gallons of water.
I already am confused.
I don't get it.
For a 2-by-4-foot sidewalk square. Today,
Okay, I'm writing it
I
down.
love it's even politically correct. Today, she needs to triple the
jeez.
recipe in order to do her job for the new walkway. What is the total square footage she will be able to cover with the tripled cement mixture?
That's fourth grade?
Easy. Yeah.
I don't even know. I don't know. I don't know that.
Wait, what's a cement mixer? What's this girl working with a cement mixer for?
I don't have it. I'm sure Jackie does. He's a mathematician. What's the answer,
I
Jack?
got lost listening to Gilbert, but I think 24, but I'm not sure.
24?
No, wouldn't it be 12?
Well, if you know, why'd you ask? I was listening to Gilbert.
We're not cement mixers in here.
Okay, here's the fourth grade.
We make people laugh for a living.
Kathy receives $10 every month for her allowance.
Well, what does she do for the $10?
She has saved
Ask me about Steven Spielberg's Black Sun, and I can make you laugh.
She has saved half of
Wait,
her
start again.
allowance.
I want to do this. Go ahead.
She gets $10 every month for allowance.
Some girl gets $10 every month.
She has saved half of her allowance for the past 12 months.
Go ahead.
How much money has she saved?
$60.
You're right.
Oh.
You
I'm
shocked
amazed.
yourself.
I stopped listening.
I know. I zone out.
Yeah, I hear the first word.
You didn't do well on these tests.
No.
right?
Did you see how quickly I computed that?
Oh, that was wild.
Liberace, will you ever get married?
Not when I get so much kloogie. I might marry one of those big, fat, colored chambermaids. One of those old, fat spooks that cleans my room.
Are you saying Liberace was he into being anti-black people?
I wish my brother George was here.
That's outrageous. No, there was no rumor of Liberace ever being against black people or Jews.
This is
but you're mixing Paul Lynde with...
You don't care.
All right, forget it.
All right, Howard.
Well, they weren't gay. They were eccentric.
All right.
Okay. You have in the past suffered from OCD, obsessive compulsive
I was a mental patient. That's correct.
I played on a dog like that.
You played a dog like that?
Dr. Doolittle.
That's not funny.
I was the...
These are people who are mentally ill.
Yeah, obsessive compulsive.
Well, they've just done a 40-year investigation.
Throw the ball. That was me.
And what did they say, Robin?
40-year investigation on the natural course of the disorder on a group of individuals who, for the most part, received no formal treatment.
Okay.
A large majority of them exhibited substantial improvement, often within a decade of receiving a diagnosis.
I don't get that. This is more confusing than the math.
No, they just improved on their own without getting any treatment.
Of course.
In fact, they, did very well and went on with their lives. However, only 1 in 5 individuals achieved full recovery.
That would be me.
1 in 3 continued to grapple with symptoms that interfered with their daily activities, and about 1 in 4 retained milder signs of the disorder.
Yeah, because it's once you get on in life and you get a little more secure, then the thing leaves you.
I don't know.
Yep.
A total of 144 people, all diagnosed with OCD at a psychiatric hospital between 1947 and 1953, participated in the study. But they say that most people eventually relapse.
Problem, was Dracula an anti-Semite or a racist?
I don't know.
I hate those no good Jews.
Oh, dear.
Wipe all of them out. He's gonna wipe out the Jews. What are you crazy? You telling me Dracula's gonna wipe the Jews out? They're bloodsuckers like me.
Bad news for the workers at the county jail in Nassau County. A federal judge ruled yesterday that Nassau County's blanket policy of strip searching everyone.
Is this like doing the news in a mental hospital? People laughing.
The blanket strip searching policy for everyone arrested in Nassau County has been struck down. You can't automatically strip search anyone anymore.
Oh. What fun are those jobs?
They have been performing such strip searches on... strip searches on every person sent to the jail, particularly those arrested on a misdemeanor or a minor charge like a traffic violation. So you run a red light in Nassau County, and the next thing you know, you're bent over and somebody's got a flashlight behind you.
Sounds good.
And those who cannot be reasonably suspected of carrying a concealed weapon or drug. So they were just strip searching everybody. On any given day, 10 to 20% of inmates are in jail for misdemeanors or lesser charges.
I have a weapon in my anus. You're going to have to find it.
I hope you're not a Jew.
Jews need not apply.
So no more automatic strip searches out there.
Dracula, have you ever sucked the blood of the Jews?
Those no good hook-nosed blood sucker.
Franco, you're on the air.
Hey, I'd like to have Spielberg's son speak with Count Dracula.
You want Steven Spielberg and his son to talk to Count Dracula?
Yeah, I have another question for you.
Yes, son, I'd like to introduce you to somebody very famous. Who is it, Daddy? It's Dracula.
Who is this colored son of yours, Stephen?
You see, Dracula, I decided with my wife, Kate Capshaw, that we as liberals should take in all races of children.
Stop spitting on me, Stephen. You liberal stinking Jew.
Daddy, what kind of man is that? Aren't you going to be a man and fight, Dracula? Son, we don't fight. That's not the answer. You can reason with Dracula.
You miserable Jew liberals, adopting your black babies. Your little tar babies.
I'm not going to listen to this. You can't talk to my son like this.
Feed your little Negro baby to that shark in Jaws. Even he won't eat that Negro baby.
So you don't fight black people?
Stop adopting those colored people.
Listen.
The only spooks I want are in my castle.
Daddy, you're listen, my son, I'm very upset. Daddy, if he insult you, I'll run his foreign ass over with my Rolls Royce that you gave me on my 13th birthday. Son, I don't want you using violence. Your mother, Kate Capshaw, and I taught you not to attack Dracula with your fists, but to use your brain.
What is his name? Rochester?
That's right, Rochester Spielberg. And he's a Jew.
Don't bring your little Sambos around.
All right. Jerry Springer is considering a pay-per-view special?
No, what they're doing is they're running his
Too Hot for TV video on pay-per-view.
That's right.
So now they're saying that's a test to see if this is the way he should go. This way he can show the outtakes without having to bleep.
I don't think people are going
or pixelate.
I want to see that mangled girl with the killer whale's ass.
I think Jerry Springer's got it wrong.
Jerry Springer doesn't have that.
You know, he had to take all the violence out of his show.
Yes, I'm sure it'll do really well.
Yeah, because he's very entertaining on his own.
I have a feeling that's going to be like New Coke. It's like they're purposely... Well, New Coke was a mistake, but I think they're purposely doing this
to bring back old Coke.
Back.
Right.
Yeah.
I see. You know what? You've never made any sense.
Yeah, no, I know. In the middle of what I was saying, I said, this doesn't make any sense.
So anyway, for $6.99, you'll be able to tune in on Friday at 10 p.m. on Time Warner Home Theater. And it will be repeated the following day.
Son, you must stand up to Dracula. Yes, Daddy.
Michael Jackson's son, Prince.
I like having a Jew daddy.
Very ill.
Prince Jackson.
Yes, he's 2 years old, and he suffered his third seizure in a year, prompting an emotional plea for prayers.
I'm clicking that off. You don't want to say that.
Who said the baby may be dying. I'm just ignoring Gilbert. You deal with it. He's saying slanderous things.
Yeah, I had to protect Gilbert. His lawyer just called me.
The Italian tenor shocked thousands of fans at the opening of a charity concert in Modena, Italy, by revealing that the loved one had canceled his appearance at the show because he wanted to stay at the bedside of his sick child.
Daddy, I'm confused. Now, you know I don't get to meet many black people here in Beverly Hills. That's right, son, but I want you to be in touch with your black roots. Well, how come is Michael Jackson baby white or black? Son, you've asked a very disturbing question. But have you heard the term mulatto? Well, I have, Daddy.
But his parents ain't white. So how come he white? And he gets white about a second.
Son, I know you're trying to be as black as you can be living amongst white people, but do you have to talk like that?
Well, holy mackerel there.
Oh, my goodness.
Daddy,
Prince is said to be in a New York hospital with his father, who often dons a surgical mask at his side.
So he's all prepared. The doctor's probably like, hey, this is one place he doesn't look weird, in a hospital.
Suffered a serious seizure early on Saturday due to a high temperature. This is the third such seizure over the last year.
It'll be funny if Michael Jackson brings the kid into the hospital.
Yes.
And he's wearing his surgical mask, and they think he's a doctor.
Right.
And he starts operating on people.
You need a new nose. Is it perfect? Prince was rushed by ambulance to Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, his dad riding alongside, while his mother rode in a private car behind the ambulance. A statement released afterwards said the baby was treated for a viral infection, fever, and dehydration.
Daddy, I'm so confused.
His doctors expect a speedy recovery from this illness at home under the care of his parents. That was a statement released at that time. Prince was born on February 13th. To Debbie, who had worked as a medical assistant at one of Michael Jackson's doctor's offices.
How about he drives the kid to the hospital? I think the mother drives in another car.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. He was in the ambulance. She was in a car behind it. I love you, Prince.
Well, it sounds very serious, actually.
Yeah, it does. I don't know what's going on. But at one point, I heard a story that the baby was paralyzed from the seizure, but I don't know.
Daddy, I'm confused. What is it, son? You're the son of Steven Spielberg, and I can solve any problem. I love you so much. Well, I'm black, but I'm a Jew. So what am I supposed to say? Yo, 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 how the stock market? Son, you're confused. You live in two worlds. But I'm telling you, us Spielberg, stick together. Your father's behind you 100%. I'm supportive. I'm in the moment.
I'm a black Jew. I feel like beating myself up.
Son, please. And keep your hands off Mother.
American Airlines passengers are describing a scene of terror this morning. One says he remembers lots of flames as a plane skidded off the end of a runway and caught fire last night in Little Rock, Arkansas. There were 139 passengers on board, and American has confirmed some fatalities. There are also dozens of injuries. Another passenger says the jet hit a huge pole, and it split the plane in half. That's when there was a burst of flames that started at the front of the plane and spread to the back. He says the smoke was thick, and people were screaming, "God, please save us."
You should love watermelon and gefilte fish.
They are now saying that...
Just give me your Jew money and shut up.
Son, you're a disgrace.
77
Just
people
hand
have
me
been
your
hurt.
kike money. And I don't want to hear nothing further from you, Daddy.
And some 17 people have not been accounted for.
That's a good story for you to interrupt, Gilbert.
Yeah.
More racist humor during your...
Oh, dear.
What if Dracula was black, right? Keep calling. Hello there.
Listen to the children of
Hello there.
Yo, yo, yo.
Yo, yo, yo. I be with that. I am down with that.
Chillins of the night.
Don't be dissing me.
Let me take a break. The comedy musings of Gilbert Gottfried will be back with us after the commercials. Robin will struggle through the news. Gilbert will be...
wrestle.
Yeah, she will wrestle with Gilbert. Gilbert Gottfried tomorrow night at Caroline's Comedy Club. For tickets, call 212-757-4100.
This is... It's just what you wanted! The Howard Stern Show. Rock Radio. K-Rock Radio. K-Rock. You're listening to a man whose ratings are still not as big as his nose. Howard Stern.
Is it Thursday yet, Robin?
It's gotta be.
Gilbert Gottfried's here. Did you know that he's appearing at Caroline's Comedy Club? And you can call. Oh, yeah. Time must have passed. So Gilbert left during the commercials, did his act at Caroline's, and now he's back. The ticket's called 212-757-4100. Gilbert and I were talking during the commercials, but I don't remember about what. It was really boring.
Yeah.
Robin, what's in the news?
Hillary Clinton will be in town again today. It's the 10th trip she's taken to New York this year, and they say that she's telling insiders that she is actually going to make a run for the Senate. However, she still has not made it official, and her spokespeople are saying, while she has not made an announcement, there's no guarantee that it's going to happen.
I wonder if Gilbert will support her.
Yes,
he's going to be a major campaign fundraiser, I'm sure.
Do you vote in the election series? I'm being serious. Do you vote?
No.
You don't?
No. Well, you know why? I really have strong feelings against the way this country's being run.
No, you're just afraid to go to the polls.
Yeah, exactly.
So apathetic.
I can't make out the little signs there.
Yesterday, the president announced that he was going to start a probe.
I want a probe.
Hollywood.
Give me a probe.
Angering some of his show business friends, the president said, by their 18th birthday, American kids are fed a dependable daily dose of violence. 40,000 play murders and 200,000 graphic acts of violence. But that's not the point.
What about the sex acts that he performs? How'd that affect our kids?
What about what they have to listen to about him? That's true.
I did not probe that woman.
He has asked the Federal Trade Commission and the Justice Department to study the extent to which violent movies, video games, and music are marketed to kids. Number one.
I saw 45,000 acts of fellatio as a child. That's why I went wrong.
Number one, please.
Mostly with fat broads.
I'm asking the Department of Justice and the Federal Trade Commission to study the extent to which the video game, music, and movie markets do actually market violence.
Yeah, then maybe we could have censorship.
Oh, yes, they're actually grabbing kids off the street and throwing them into those theater seats.
The parents have nothing to do with it.
And sending them off to those video arcades.
I'll fix everything. Why do you think I was with that fat chick? 45,000 acts of fellatio as a child. Oh.
Doug Lowenstein is the head of a trade group, Interactive Digital Software Association.
No good shoe. Stinking Lowenstein.
Paul Lynde, please.
Money grabbing Joe.
He said controls on what kids do should come from the home. Number 2.
All right. He's right.
It's parents' responsibility, not the responsibility of government, not the responsibility of politicians, and not the responsibility of the video game industry to try to determine what games kids play.
And Robert Thompson, who is a professor at the Center for the Study of Popular Television at Syracuse University, says trying to curtail all the violence on TV would not make for very good TV viewing.
If we, in fact, decided that to keep violence from happening, we had to make all television be safe for even the most violent type of persons who had all kinds of other problems with them, we would...
That's how we lost Sal Mineo, violence. Paul Lynde, did you see Schindler's List?
Yes. I thought it was the feel-good film of the year. It was my favorite comedy. Hey, Daddy Stephen, I like when all of them Jews was being wiped out.
I like that Clinton wants to outlaw, like, video games like Prince of Persia, and Colt 45s are okay. You know what I mean? Like it's okay to buy a gun.
You can't watch somebody use it.
No.
But you can buy one. Anyway, I don't want to play that other guy, so don't worry about that. Take your hand off the trigger there.
All right, Robin.
Don't fire that weapon. Now, of course, this will just add to the theories that JFK was killed by more than one person and there was a whole conspiracy behind his death.
Yeah, sure.
Do you realize?
Yeah, sure. Like no one knows that. Yeah, sure. Like the government's been hiding this all this time. Yeah. You know, it's like, I could come on here and do jokes, but you know what I mean? Well, like, the Kennedy thing's more important. Yeah, sure.
That President Kennedy was brought back from Dallas to Washington, D.C. in a bronze coffin.
That's correct. There's proof right there.
But he was buried in a mahogany coffin.
Ah, so how'd that happen?
Now, what happened to the bronze coffin?
Yeah, Belzer.
Well, you see, the whole point is, they brought him in a bronze coffin, because this was like the whole idea of, the whole committee. The committee had to get together, and it was like total lie. Now, how come there was
why was it, Robin? He's going nowhere with this.
Why was there a 5-minute delay?
The bronze coffin was that they filled it with sand and tossed it out of an airplane off the coast of Maryland in 9,000 feet of water in 1966.
Everyone knows that.
And the reason they said they did that was because they didn't want it to become, some object of... just a sinister object, that people always wanted to do because it was, Kennedy's dead coffin. And
there's too many weird things around that.
Be auctioning it off,
But why did they have to switch coffins in the first place?
I guess
Are you telling me they switched coffins?
Coffin for the burial.
You're saying they switched Kennedy's coffin? Which?
The family probably wanted a mahogany coffin. They just happened to...
Are you saying the CIA switched Kennedy's coffin?
But it seems weird that they would bury it. Now they're saying it was Robert Kennedy's idea. That he didn't want it sitting around for people to...
It was the mafia. And the CIA.
Oh, dear.
Abbott and Costello meet Kennedy's coffin.
Of course, the bombing of Yugoslavia continued.
Yeah. It's funny.
And every once in a while, we've made a few mistakes.
There was a second gunman.
On Tuesday, NATO warplanes mistakenly...
You're saying there was a gunman in the grassy knoll.
Tuesday,
he opened an umbrella.
They dropped bombs on the Albanian side. And we're not supposed to be dropping bombs.
How could his head go backwards?
Innocent people get killed.
He was shot in the back of the head.
But Jamie Shea...
What are you saying? There's a conspiracy? But there was more than one bullet.
But Jamie cliche.
So what, you're saying that was the second gunman?
Hello, his microphone.
Says that casualties of war should not be compared to the victims of slaughter, number 9.
What are you saying, Johnson?
Number 9, please.
Are innocent people going to die in a conflict like this one? The answer is undoubtedly yes. But Milosevic kills and terrorizes civilians, not by the depository, by the hundreds of thousands. And it's a matter of policy for him to do that.
Oh, dear. It hasn't taken long for the dark side to start getting a hold of episode 1 of The Phantom Menace. Copies of the Star Wars prequel have illegally begun popping up on the internet and elsewhere.
Yeah, my friend had one on Sunday.
Yeah?
Wanted to give it to me. I said, I don't want to see that again. I can't see it.
You didn't want to see it in a theater?
No.
We are working with the Department of Justice, the Motion Picture Association of America, and 20th Century Fox to aggressively address the issue. According to people at Lucasfilm, they're very upset that it's hit the internet. That was the thing they were trying to so closely guard against.
Those copies suck anyway. They're never any good.
They say that Menace appears to be on the forefront of the piracy online.
Can you imagine trying to download The Phantom Menace, the entire movie?
Take all day and your whole computer will...
I can't download a little 10-second clip.
Right.
Yeah. Right, Dracula?
Yes, I can download The Phantom Menace.
He has a very powerful computer. As soon as they discover an illegal copy of a film in cyberspace,
they killed them.
They ask the
They ripped their eyes
shut down
from their heads.
You know, a girl with a pony takes 15 minutes to download. It's a 10-second clip. I have it. I can't imagine the entire fucking... Oh. Excuse me. I almost cursed.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, the entire... Sorry.
Oh, dear.
Forgot we were on the air.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like any radio show I ever heard.
The internet may be a very hard place to police. We're trying to do our best, according to authorities, but it's not an easy task. If somebody wants to do something, they are going to...
He had a big...
All right. Yes.
Cannot pursue that. Remember androstenedione?
Yes, that is a drug.
That is the over-the-counter steroid that Mark McGuire was taking last year when he made his unprecedented run at that home run record of Roger Maris.
And a what?
Androstenedione.
Anaconda.
Well, they've done a study of it now, and they're telling people to stay away from it.
Yeah.
No.
They said nobody gained any muscle mass when they were doing this study, but it did rob the body of good cholesterol. And it may also increase the amount of estrogen.
Gilbert's on it.
An enlargement of your breast tissue.
Yeah.
And increasing your risk of heart attack.
Are you on it?
Yo, Howard, I took this stuff, and the only thing I can tell you is that the increase... Shut up. The increase of Frank Choppers was extreme.
What's Frank Choppers?
You know.
Breasts?
No, the...
Erections.
Yeah.
Oh.
Frank Choppers?
Yeah.
Well, maybe you chop Frank with it.
Yeah. Howard, you got him. I get him all the time.
Really? Yeah. Well, you need it.
But he can't use them.
Yeah.
No. So
Because women are filthy.
Whores. Dirty whores. Dirty stinking whores. Got Frankie Chopper, but I'm not sharing it with you.
Jesus Christ.
Dirty whore.
I'm just trying to give a little information, and I'm getting ridiculed.
Ridiculed. Just like those whores. Nice. Just like those whores.
Gilbert gets laid more than KC. You know, go figure that out.
It increases the level of estrogen in a man's body.
But why would that give you the...
I don't know.
And why am I having a period?
Could lead to kind of a pancreatic cancer, so they're just saying stay away from
I have a clitoris, damn it!
Anybody got any Midol?
Some doctors are saying...
Gotta go to the gym.
Look at these big hooters!
Carrying water. Gotta work out my lats.
There will be a peace mission to Belgrade today. Russian and European envoys meeting today in Germany have hammered up.
I got to get on that stuff.
So they're talking peace over there.
I'm up to a teacup.
And, of course, there will be closing arguments today in the federal trial of 4 New York City police officers charged in connection with the brutal beating of Haitian immigrant Abner Louima.
Oh, whatever.
The main defendant in the case, Officer Justin Volpe, of course, has already pleaded guilty to sodomizing Louima with a broken broom handle. What was going on but did nothing to stop it? He was not required to name that officer, and the jury hasn't been told about his statement.
Officer, kiss me.
2 other officers are charged with beating Louima. The officer's supervisor is charged with covering up the assault, and the case could
Cover
go
up
to
these big breasts.
tomorrow. The mother of the woman who was pushed in front of a New York subway train and killed has filed a $70 million lawsuit. Patricia Webdale is suing 7 medical institutions that treated the schizophrenic man who was accused of pushing her daughter.
I'd like to kill a guy that put these breasts on his chest.
Kendra Ann Webdale was murdered less than 3 weeks after the man was released from one of the hospitals named in the lawsuit. The suit says officials at the institutions knew the man was not taking his...
I'd like to lie down on the train tracks.
And they should not have released him.
I've got a vagina, damn it.
Who's got a razor? I gotta shave my legs. My lid. My lid look good.
You know how you always talk about these people who jump off buildings and the damages they do?
I hate them because I don't mind if somebody kills himself. Don't jump on me when you do it.
Well, a Los Angeles security guard...
I'll jump on you. I have a vagina.
Los Angeles security guard has finally gone home from the hospital 6 months after he tried to save a suicidal woman.
Suicidal?
Yeah, suicidal. Conrad Buchanan broke his neck when he tried to break the woman's 6-story fall.
I used to have a cannon, now I have a vagina.
Oh, kabong.
The woman died anyway. Buchanan was paralyzed from the shoulders down and spent 6 months in the hospital.
Wow.
The 96-year-old man says he saw someone who needed help and that his first instinct was to try to help her.
Right.
He's a father of 2 and will move into a wheelchair-accessible apartment. He says now he'll just try to enjoy himself.
I'm enjoying myself right now.
And Governor Pataki says New York is considering getting into a giant multi-state lottery in the year 2000. The Mega Lotto would be held as a special New Year's lottery celebrating the 21st century.
I might buy a few of those tickets.
The jackpot would reportedly be in the $300 million range.
Oh, buy 8 more houses.
Pataki has asked the State Division of Lottery to look into the feasibility of getting New York involved.
Oh, my wife and I can retire.
So I'm sure everybody will want to do that.
We'd have so much fun.
Steady cam.
Let's see what's going on in show business. Sarah Brightman is the... Whoa.
Gilbert wants to date her.
Former wife of Sir Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Yes.
Has gone into the...
I have a better body than her. I dress like her. I need a dress for the prom.
Yes.
She has gone into recording, and she has a new album out called... what is her album called? Titled Eden. It's Eden. And here's a portion of Dust in the Wind, which she recorded for that album, number 15.
The Kansas song?
Yeah.
All we are is dust in the wind.
Oh.
My eyes.
Gilbert has dust on his penis.
On my penis.
Close your mouth. She's not so bad. It's kind of sweet. It's kind of wimpy. If I was making love to a man and putting my KY on my genitals, I'd want to hear this. Liberace, come to me. Come here, I want to put some dust on the wind.
Now, of course, we're all getting to the stage in our lives when we're wondering how many milestones there are left.
Right, obviously.
And it's one of them our demise. There's a new Science of Aging, and a special on the new Science of Aging.
My favorite milestone was 806.
PBS. In this cut, the executive producer, John Rubin, says,
look at Jackie. He thinks he's Gilbert now.
I know.
He's all geared up.
Concept of what is old age is changing. Number 16.
Yeah, he thinks he's Gilbert over there. Doing impressions back there.
Children of the backside six.
As I spoke to researchers throughout the country, I discovered that they really do feel that coming up soon is the prospect of extending the human lifespan. And it's no longer science fiction to talk about living to 150, even longer. It's not a fantasy to...
Look at Gilbert. He's finally paying attention. Like, Gilbert, with his miserable life, wants to live to 200. He's like here for some clue.
Give him 10 more minutes.
He's saving his money to pay this guy to make him live longer.
Everybody does.
Even Gilbert. You think he'd be the last one who cares about living longer.
And
We
death...
can make everyone live longer except for Gilbert Gottfried.
And death is not a part of biology, according to Mr. Rubin.
Death is not necessarily part of the biological deal. There's no rule of biology that says that animals have to fall apart as they get older. So the rate that we age is something that evolution or natural selection has shaped,
He's
just
saying
the way
that
it
even
shaped
death
our
is
hands
not
or our
natural.
face.
Oh, that's a lie.
It's a conspiracy.
He's saying, how do you retard cell growth? I'd still be alive with the Jews.
Biology offers
Those Jews retarded my cell growth. It's a whole conspiracy. The Jews killed Kennedy, you know.
Oh, dear. Here's George Lucas. You know, a lot of talk is going on about how much money will Star Wars make.
Right.
And here's George Lucas to say that the film is not about being a contest to see how much money there is to be made.
This is not a contest.
This is a serious movie.
Yeah, it's a small art film.
Adversarial society we live in, where somebody has to be a winner and everybody has to be a loser, and it's like...
Gilbert.
I made it because I enjoyed making the movies.
Nigga, please.
Oh, dear. Jake Lloyd, of course, plays Anakin Skywalker in the film.
Right.
And he was asked what story or memory will he be telling people about making this film years from now.
I hate when little kids are in a big movie and they think they're going to have a big career. They don't realize that they're going to end up like...
This is it.
Yeah, this is it. This is the biggest moment in their life.
I hate it when people smoke, right? And Rick McCallum had a thing of cigarettes, and they had this little
20 years ago, they'd still be happy to be playing a parrot in a cartoon.
thing that was practically ice in a can, right?
Right.
And what they would do is they spread the bars so I could hold on to them because it got so hot.
Oh, who cares? He's boring.
Gives a crap.
I can go home and listen to my own kid.
And Catherine Zeta-Jones. Suddenly become familiar with. You probably want to know what was her first big break in show business.
All right, Catherine Zeta-Jones' first big break in show business.
My big break was when I was a chorus girl in 42nd Street. When I was
She's a class broad. I'd like to bang her.
16, and the lead actress was ill, and the first sentence that he wasn't in
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
the knee, and I got on, and David Merrick was a big Broadway.
I don't know what she's talking about, Robin.
Her first big break. She was a chorus girl.
Was in, and I took over 2 weeks later and played it for 2 years.
Kiss my ass.
How about that? Like magic. And Tony Goldwyn, an actor, is in the, I guess he contributed to that.
He a Jew? Maybe he can adopt me.
That new Tarzan animated feature that's about to come out.
Any pirates in that?
Out on June 18th. I guess Phil Collins also does something for the movie. He made a contribution. What did Goldwyn think of Phil Collins' contribution?
His contribution is huge to this. Because he's really the narrator.
Yeah, he plays a bald rock star.
And more than that, he's the emotional narrator, because it's music, and Phil's music is
Was he going to play Tarzan?
It's an animated feature, and Phil is the narrator.
Me, Tarzan, you, Green. Why don't I get some of those cartoons? Look at me, look how good I am. Me, Tarzan. Me, like you.
You sound like Tonto.
Yeah. Tarzan and Tonto are the same.
Wasabi.
Me, like you. Me, One woman. I always like the natives. You know, those early Tarzan movies. You must have watched a lot of those. Oh, yeah. The natives, and I read about this, were all like white guys. They put them in blackface.
Yeah.
And took some janitors, some black janitors from the Hollywood lot. And they were these big, fat black guys running through the jungle. One of them, I saw a guy smoking a cigar.
Half of them were wearing watches.
Yeah, they're wearing watches. Watch the very first Tarzan.
There were no skinny people in the jungle.
It's wild.
Fat people in the jungle.
Yeah, well, these guys are on the back lot. You know, so where do these guys get obese?
And finally this morning...
Or when movies are made out of town, they'll have Chinese guys in blackface.
Yeah.
Like the real low-budget films.
Right.
Filipino guys in blackface.
If you read page 6 today, you'll see a little item about Stephanie Seymour. She was a judge at the Miss Universe pageant, and they said she was in an Azzedine Alaya dress, and it was so sheer that it was obvious to everyone around that she was wearing no underwear, top or bottom.
Oh, my God.
CBS blew a fuse because, you know, they have a censorship problem, but...
Tell me about it.
Donald Trump, they said, smiled and applauded.
He's the man.
And when they showed her on the telecast, they focused mostly on her face.
Oh.
So we didn't get to see that. So
she's some boobies.
I want to say boobies. I wish I didn't have these boobies on my chest, damn it.
Thank you, Robin. Most interesting newscast.
Oh, dear.
I want to thank my special friend, Gilbert Gottfried, who tomorrow, Gilbert's like, he's so touched. You called me a friend?
Yes, sir.
Gilbert Gottfried tomorrow night at Caroline's Comedy Club. Friend. You could probably do the whole Frankenstein movie, too. Is that one you watched?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You do the whole... See him at Caroline's tomorrow night. For tickets, call 212-757-4100. My guess is there's plenty of tickets. Jackie Penthouse...
Pops better send me that without covering her ass.
Yeah. What?
The second time you've almost choked me today. You hit that just as I was swallowing.
I know. Jackie Penthouse joke page. Jackie Penthouse joke page Martling is 3 filthy joke CDs.
Don't talk about my blood.
Are only $12 plus $4 U.S. shipping.
Where do you get that filthy information?
Also on cassette, buy 2, get 1 free. Call 1-800-323-KING. Do you have any of Jackie's albums?
Oh, all of them.
Do you? He sent them to you?
Yes.
Did you ever listen to them? Be honest.
No, he uses them for posters.
Have you ever listened to them?
A man's talking to a hooker.
You haven't heard them.
No, let's play one on the air.
All right.
Yeah.
Saturday, June 19th, one big show at the Celebrity Theater in Phoenix, Arizona. For information and for filthy information and 3D Joke Man, visit...
That was my idea to call it filthy information.
Visit jokeland.com. I think you'll enjoy it. Let me play a little of his act.
My innovation to show business was filthy information.
They were just going to call it information.
How do you make 5 pounds of fat look pretty? Put a nipple on the end.
That's funny.
I'm laughing. It's the first time.
Colt 40 Feinberg will be appearing at the Funny Bone in Pittsburgh tonight through Sunday. Go see him. He's very funny, too. I don't know who's funnier.
Let's have a contest.
And you can see Stuttering John's band at Harbor Lights in Philly this Friday night.
They're really fun.
Yeah, that'll be at... he'll be at Cobblestones in York, Pennsylvania this Saturday night.
Oh, okay.
I think I have to go to bed. The Jerky Boys, thank you for coming in, Kamal and Johnny. The new CD, Stop Staring at Me, available in stores now at jerkyboys.com also. They have a whole website set up just for you.
TheJerkyBoys.com.
Thank you, Gilbert.
Oh, thank you.
Dracula, it's time for the show to end.
Yes.
It will be glorious. To have this show end would be glorious. Let me tell you, thank you. The Diamond Exchange. One last thing. There isn't a better time of year to get engaged. Really, love is in the air.
Gilbert, you should get engaged.
Okay.
You have a girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
Time to buy her a ring.
How can I have a girlfriend with these large bricks? Damn that doctor!
Getting engaged is a very beautiful thing. When you find that special lady and you want to commit to her, and for the rest of your life be there in that room with her every day, the same person. Conversation.
Don't you want to know where she's going to be for the rest of her life?
Don't you want to spend time talking about your relationship, how to improve it? That would be glorious.
You wish you had that.
And then everything, you know, when you earn some money, you can share it with her. Or she'll need things. There isn't a better time of year to...
It's equal. You make it, she spends it.
Yeah, that sounds pretty reasonable. No wonder the courts always give away 50% of your money. You went out and worked, and she stayed home. So it's time to get engaged, Gilbert. Come home to the same face, same body, same voice every day. Year after year. Decade after
How are you
decade.
describing?
Gilbert's married.
Talk him out of.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, he should get married.
That's right.
Anyway, no. Actually, you know, getting engaged is a special time. And there's only one place to go, the Diamond Exchange, on Route 17 North in Paramus, New Jersey.
Gilbert, write this down.
For over the past 12 years, have you ever given a girl jewelry?
Oh, yes.
The Diamond Exchange has been the tri-state area's premier source for diamonds and fine jewelry.
I bet you your girlfriend would love to get a ring.
Howard, can you go out and pick me up some jewelry for my girlfriend? I don't know how to get there.
Do you need anything? I need
Yes.
a ring. Yes.
All of the jewelry at the Diamond Exchange is designed and handmade on the premises. Their showcases are packed with the very latest in jewelry design. Beautiful stuff, one of a kind. Everything from contemporary to classic to platinum. The Diamond Exchange staff will help you choose from an exciting collection of loose diamonds and the most beautiful, unique, and custom-designed engagement mountings that you will ever see. Call the Diamond Exchange at 1-800. Gilbert's like, wow, he's really reading this good.
He's
lost.
He'd be reading that good.
1-800-550-0633.
Can't be so serious.
Well, this is a serious commercial, the Diamond Exchange. Talking about marriage. Everybody's sobered up. 1-800-550-0633. The Diamond Exchange, Route 17 North in Paramus, New Jersey. Go see for yourself why their customers return again and again and again.
Xin chào các mọi người, và hôm nay bên em về một chiếc Mitsubishi Atra sản xuất 2020 bản 1.2 số sàn, xe phiên bản màu trắng. Atra là một trong những dòng của Mitsubishi khá là chất lượng, tuy nhiên là vì thương hiệu nó cũng không nổi tiếng, cũng như là mẫu mã nó cũng kém sang, vì vậy là nó cũng rất là kiểu là cũng không nhiều phổ thông lắm, tuy nhiên là rất là chất lượng với giá thành rất là phải chăng. Con này đời rất là cao 2020, tuy nhiên Thank you.